I was sitting in the theater outraged. Like I was crying, I was upset, and everything translated well. Tell
Yeah.
me what it was like getting prepared for this role.
Well, like I said earlier, like I started with the music. So like the music at the time really helped, and especially since the story was surrounded by the dramatics. So I started with the dramatics, and I know the girls they love Motown. So them talking about Motown, then a lot for me was a lot of Al Green and Marvin Gaye, which helped me get in touch with the times. Yeah, I mean, growing up, my dad was definitely big on the Motown. So I mean, I know about the Smokies and just that love at the time in Detroit for the music and how that was really important. So just knowing about that and then talking to my parents and just about knowing about the Watts riots and the rebellions and all the different rebellions and then Detroit and then not knowing about this particular story at the Algiers Motel. And, just once we got there, just doing the research on that and, actually being in the moment, working with Catherine Bigelow. She likes everything fresh and it was amazing. So it was an amazing learning experience and it was good.
I'm really interested in the characters that the women played in the film. We have two white women who are having a good time, and yet they still are being abused. They still are, they still have to fight the fight that most black people have to fight anyway. So
Right.
tell me, what was that like?
I mean, it's definitely a hard thing. Just in general, it was hard. I think the one thing that was really cool about Karen and Julie is that they were colorblind. I mean, they didn't see anything wrong with hanging out with these guys. They were just trying to have fun, and it was shocking for me to find out about this story and realize that the cops just automatically just start making assumptions.
I would also say I feel like there is, I think particularly Julie and the way that she behaves, her confidence in kind of talking back to the police and standing up for herself. I feel like they do represent this white privilege as well. I felt like the thoughts that are going through my head the whole time as the character when we were shooting these scenes, I can't believe this is happening. This is so absurd. This is ridiculous. And I think a confidence that they have a sense of safety that the young men don't have, that they don't really feel like their lives are in danger in the same way. They more sort of feel like this is this mistaken thing that should never have happened. But I think the way that they use that to advocate for the young men is really powerful.
Right, which I thought was so beautiful. It was necessary to be seen, but I wasn't familiar with the story, so that took me aback a little bit. So can you kind of help me get into that character's mind a bit of why she may have been such an advocate and then went ahead and kind of switch roles?
Well, I don't really think. I mean, I remember when we were shooting that scene with the lineup, I wasn't clear exactly what. So, yeah, it felt uncomfortable to me for a second. I was like, wait, but he helped us. I don't see why she would be. But I think it just shows the way in which there was real injustice with that trial. And I don't think that it's not that she's turning against Dismukes, it's that she's being used to set up a legal verdict that is going to ultimately be really unjust for everyone.
That made me think about what it must have been like to be on set. So what was the temperature like when the director would yell, cut? What did you go back into your normal selves? What was that like a little bit?
Well, for me, most of the time I tried to stay in character, so I tried to stay away from Jack, Will, Ben, the police officers. Most of the time that I'm on set, I tried to hang with my friends who I would be with on set. But like by the time like we cut for the day, like we wrapped for the day, like I had to like joke. I had to get a laugh, just go and laugh for no reason, just because it was a lot on my soul. So just I couldn't.
Definitely.
For me to come back the next day and do the same thing, like I had to like go laugh or whatever. Like it was healthy for me.